I love that when Sailor and I came to visit this summer, you took a picture of us sleeping every morning and printed it out to give to us.
I love that you supported me through baseball, even if it was a summer league.
I love that you taught me to work hard for what I want. I remember one summer I wanted a 10-speed bike, and you said, if you want it, then you can pay for it yourself. So I actually worked the entire summer babysitting, and I made $165, or I probably made more than that, but the bike cost $165. I bought it from Sears. I will never forget it because I worked so hard to have that bike, and I have you to thank for that. I love that.
I love that you share your excitement for travel and adventures, except for the boundary waters. That was a little questionable.
I love that you support my burps and give me credit when the burps are pretty good, even though that one is pretty bad.
I love how when I'm 18, I'm going to have the same tattoo as you. P.S. This is Sharpie.
Happy birthday, John. I love when you have a beard. In fact, I grew a beard just to tell you that.
John, I love the fact that you brought Elko over to the States with you and that you agreed to let me marry your daughter. Thank you.
I love that you share your candy. Woo!
I love how you always make sure I have enough pink candies. And I think I'm set for a couple days.
I love that you wear colored socks, but they're not obnoxious with patterns or anything. Just solid colors that makes you very unique.
I love the full itineraries that you send every time you travel. Then we know where you are.
I love your very passive-aggressive gestures that you casually do every so often.
I love that when I come to Minnesota and have my virtual oboe lesson, you make sure that Skype and everything is set up well in advance.
I love that for shaving you still use a brush and shaving soap, the old-fashioned way. But I feel bad for CVS and Walgreens.
One other thing I love about you is your quick thinking humor and all of your one-liners that you come up with. Some are hilarious and some are not so good.
I love that after you take a sip of milk, you always say,
I also love how you support my burps, and that one was better, so.
Really love that when you were walking me down the aisle on our wedding day, when we got to the end, you said, bye.
I love when you tell me that I'm your favorite eldest child.
I love that you're very tech-savvy and can do lots of stuff on the computer without anyone's help, like sharing itineraries and everything else.
I love that when we lived in Minnesota and my parents would go on vacation and you would watch us, you'd buy lots of donuts to have for breakfast every morning.
I love that you are a modern medical miracle. I think there's no reason that we're not going to be doing 90 of these in 10 years. I'm not sure if I can think of more.
I love the fact that you were able to pull a trip together to North Carolina so all the family could be together. It was a very special time. Had an absolute blast staying with all the family and friends and being together for that week. John, I love your little white pad that you carry in your front pocket, whether it be at Kylie's dance events, writing down notes, or Blake's baseball and hockey games, writing down the scores. I love how you are a kind of a computer geek. You love to be on that computer, pulling up history, doing research, whatever it may be, and then bringing all that information back to us. And like I said previously, it all depends on the subject, on whether or not it's interesting.
I love how one summer when we lived in Minnesota, you guys were watching me because my parents were on a trip and Sailor was at Camp Omega, and you let me have angel food cake for breakfast.
I love that you're my best friend and how you support me through hockey season, baseball season, hard times, good times, anything. And I'm very thankful for you, and I know you always got my back. Love you, Papa.
I love that when Sienna was born, you insisted on coming into the recovery room to see me because you needed to see your own baby. That meant the world to me.
I love your sense of humor that you bring to every conversation.
I love that we have matching tattoos with a really cool meaning.
I love how you call me Sailor Girl.
I love that you buy your candy from Mills Fleet Farm, and I suspect that you also buy your underwear from Mills Fleet Farm.
I love how you say that Sailor and I are your favorite S-girls.
I love how you show all the love to your family and how family always comes first. And I'm thankful for you in my life.
I love how whenever there's birthday cake around, you lick your finger and then stick it in the frosting.
I love that you're always willing to take on your grandkitty duties, even though you might not want to admit how much you love him.
I'm ready. I love that you drove my car all the way across the country to Arizona and put more miles on her than I have.
I love how you tell me the story of when I was born, when my mom was being induced, and you hopped in the car and drove as fast as you could to Colorado, and I still wasn't born for 3 days.
I love when you burp and our daughter say, "Papa, what do you say?" And you say,
I love that whenever we come to visit, you buy chocolate and powdered sugar donuts.
I just love you overall, and every time I'm with you, you always put a smile on my face.
I love how you're always there for me with your love and support whenever I need you. Whether it be when Ezra was born and you came all the way out to Colorado as fast as you could, or even more recently with my bike accident when you were there all day and night, both days that it happened. I really love you, Dad, and appreciate you for being there for me.
I love that you like to take care of the little things, especially if you can do it on the computer, like making all of us our 50-year plus rosters.
I love that I'm your favorite blonde, even though I'm not blonde anymore.
I love that when we were flying back to California from Minnesota this summer, when Sienna and I were getting on the plane, we turned around and looked at you guys and saw tears in your eyes, even though we were going to see you in 2 weeks.
I love that you taught our daughters the backwards and forwards and inside out method to wear underwear for multiple days. Sienna actually used it over Thanksgiving weekend when we stayed 1 day longer than we had planned.
I love that you call your pink candies medicine.
I love how you were always there for me if I needed a ride to hockey or baseball.
I love that when we were growing up, you got us a pop-up camper to sleep in, which was uber super cool, instead of forcing our whole family to sleep in a tent the rest of our lives.
I love that you're always there to support everything your kids and grandkids are in, always sporting your colored socks.
I love that you came to my many years of dance competitions, even though I danced for maybe 5 minutes out of the many hours you were there.
I love that when we fly to Minnesota as unaccompanied minors, you leave to go to the airport when our flight takes off, and you track our flight the whole way.
I love that you're stronger than you look in more ways than one. A long time ago, you and I moved that trailer you used to have from the driveway to the backyard through the grass, and I knew you were strong because I was letting you do most of the work.
I love that for my 7th Around the World birthday party, you did a station about Africa. It was one of my favorite stations.
I love how you support not only me, but my hockey and baseball team. And our favorite nickname you gave us is Laddybuck.
I really love that you are so good at remembering dates. Dates of everything. Dates of people's birthdays, dates when family members came over to the U.S., dates, historical dates, any date. There's something about dates. Too bad you don't like the actual fruit date.
Dad, I love that you taught me to figure things out and stick things out. If there's a will, there's a way.
I love that. You let her come and live with me in Arizona. Thank you.
I love that in first grade, you came and presented to my whole grade about Africa. I still have this necklace and bracelet.
I love that you knew what Yukon Jack was when you and Barb had to have a sit down with Peggy.
I love that you came to our dance recitals, and believe me, I know there were a lot of them.
I love how you are always supportive with me and my hockey, and you show up to almost every game. Wait, I think every game.
I love that you think candy is one of the 4 food groups.
Dad, I love that you love coffee just as much as I do, and you're up for a caribou any time of the day.
I love that you don't take crap from anyone and you're very supportive of your grandchildren and your own children.
I love that you came and supported me at my dance competitions.
I love that you pronounce depot, as in, I'm gonna go buy a new toilet from Home Depot.
I love that when I asked for the Wi-Fi password at your house, you told me the family history behind it.
I love how you always make sure I have a good stick for the season. And there's going to be a lot of goals coming this season. Just wait.
I love that you have always called me Piglet. Well, actually, when I was a chubby little kid growing up, I didn't like it the best, but now it's okay.
I love that you share my love for coffee and you drink it as much as I do.
I love that when I played softball in Eden Prairie, you came to all of my softball games.
I love how you walk on your toes and how I can see that trait being passed down when I watch Sienna walk.
I love when you would walk into our house and say, "Rah, rah, cheer, Papa's here."
I love that when you don't know who's on the phone, you say, "Abhi, who you?"
I really love that you introduced us to people from other countries at such a young age. It really opened up our eyes to cultural diversity.
I love that when I'm visiting and sitting at your kitchen table, you come and tell me about family history even when I don't ask.
I love when I went with you to your hematology nurse's appointment and you said, I like going to see her, and I knew exactly why.
I love that you're funny.
I love how you're always dressed so nicely and your hair is always perfect. Oh, sorry, that was for Betty's birthday.
I love that when I was visiting Minnesota this summer, I woke up and said good morning to you, and you said, "It is a good morning because you are here."
I just want to wish you a happy and blessed 80th birthday.
Happy 80th birthday, Papa. I love and miss you so much.
Happy 80th birthday, Papa. Hope you have a great day. Love you.
Happy 80th birthday, Papa. Love you.
Happy birthday from Bubbles and I in Arizona.
Happy birthday, John. You're the star of this movie.
Happy 80th birthday, Dad. I love you.
Happy 80th birthday, Dad. Love you